Hi everyone and welcome to Almost Cancelled. I'm Peter and this is Connor.
Hey guys.
We're going to talk about The Flash, Season 2, Episode 17. It's called Flashback. And full spoilers, as always. Let's get into this. This was weird. And I say that because it just felt weird.
Yeah.
It was weird back in Season 1.
Yeah, but it's meant to feel weird because everything's just... It shows you how much has changed over the last season.
Yeah. I forgot how much I hated the red behind the bolt on the suit.
Yeah, me too. At the time, I didn't really mind it.
It's like,
I just kind of accepted it.
Yeah, the white.
But now that we're white, it's like, oh fuck, no, that's awful.
No, we can't go back.
Nah.
But yeah, so Barry goes back in time because he thinks that Thawne inside Will's body can help him get faster. And this didn't tie into how he gets to Supergirl, but you can see it setting up.
Yeah. I just a little Easter egg before we went on. I really love that they're introducing the speed formula from the comics, which is how. Because I looked at it when it was written down. I was like, it's the same one. It's how Johnny and Jesse Quick activate their speed powers through that formula.
That's cool.
Yeah.
But yeah, you can see them setting it up because Thawne had that thing over his reverse flash, the device that Flash has got in the Supergirl episode.
Yeah.
Which you should have watched because it was good. If you don't watch Supergirl.
Very.
But so I think that'll be something that we see how happens next episode because it seems like we're gearing up for it. But no, so he goes back in time to season 1, the episode with the Pied Piper specifically.
Yes.
And we have some fun and shenanigans. Cisco cracks a joke about how he can't just magically sense where people are.
Cisco also rickrolls a guy.
He also rickrolls someone.
Yeah. I did laugh at that, I'll be honest.
It was a bit amusing. Also, their reactions when the other Barry shows up and there's like 2 of them was pretty amusing.
Hello, we watched Wrath of Khan 5 times. And he's like...
Yeah, that was pretty good. So that I actually had some solid fun stuff. That said, it oddly wasn't as great as I thought it would be. Had you told me the plot of this episode, I think I would have expected it to feel better, but not that it was bad. There was nothing wrong with it.
I don't know, I think it is just weird feeling season 1 again, because it did feel like... It's intentional that we had to feel like in a season 1 episode for most of it, but that feels weird now, given where the show is.
It does, because even he tries to phase out of that magic handcuff thing that he's got, and he's like, "Oh, I've not taught you how to phase yet." And I'm like, "Yeah, he was so limited in terms of what he could do at this point."
But that scene where they're conversing is just fucking fantastic.
Oh, highlight the episode, absolutely.
Yeah,
is Thawne just like opening up and almost killing him, and
it's when Barry calls him Thawne, and he's just like, "Oh, okay, so you really know everything."
Yeah, it's very interesting.
So good.
So yeah, all that stuff was great. I really liked all that playing with stuff and the fact that they had to work together and lie to everyone else. So Barry had to sort of not be evil, but he had to be on his side of that fence.
Yeah,
for a little bit. Then original Barry shows up, and so Pied Piper now is like an ally.
Yeah, it changes everything there.
Yeah, that's the main change that's happened. Everything else seems to be untouched.
That we know of.
That we know of. Something else could pop up.
Yeah. I find it funny that for the past year, Caitlin and Cisco have been working on this behind Barry's back, essentially.
Yes and no. This is the weird thing about this, is that you could argue...
Have they been working on it the whole time and he just doesn't remember now, or...
I don't think he remembers it. I think whatever he changes, he just remembers his version of events. So I don't think they were in the show before now, but they have retconned to be doing that.
Yeah, but so in the year that we supposedly watched, that's slightly different to retconned. Okay, have they been working through, like, they in theory have been working on this whole past year that we've been watching? So have they been doing it off on the side and Barry just never knew?
No.
Right. Okay. So it's just like all the same episodes that we've seen anyway, but they were working on this as well.
Yeah, it's just like, the way I look at it is we're on Barry's perspective, so we remember the original timeline.
Yeah.
But something's altered, and it's actually happened differently now, because he's altered things, but we remember the original timeline.
Yeah, but that's the interesting thing for me, is that they know he's from the future, and they were like, oh, do we want to disrupt it more? so maybe they'd have done it. But the original Barry was there anyway, so it wouldn't have mattered.
Yeah, presumably the conversation about going back went smoother when they remembered him coming back.
Fucking time travel.
Yeah, this is the problem with time travel. You end up in these holes.
Yeah.
You're like, does this work? Does that sync
Yeah,
up?
they go in. They end up in a 12 monkeys loop, like they said.
Yeah, exactly like Cisco said. But it's fine. No, I mean, this show's done some wonkier things with time travel
Oh, it
than
has.
that, so
It definitely has.
I'm perfectly fine with how it was portrayed here.
Yeah.
Got to see Eddie again, which was fine.
Yeah, it was nice.
I mean, he was never amazing. Like I wasn't that sad when he died. If I'm honest.
No, but it was still a nice moment.
It was. It was no. The video at the end was no. I don't want to spoil the show actually, but there was a moment from another show that has a video playing at the end of someone who's died, and that I always think of when someone does this in a show where they have like a video playing after they're dead, and
I don't know if I've seen this.
yes, you have.
Okay, well, I'm just not thinking of it then.
Yeah, you have.
Oh, okay, I actually know what it is. Never mind.
You know what that is, do you?
Yeah, of course it's you. Of course I know what it is.
Yeah. So yeah, that was fine. We'll get speed wraiths or was it no time wraith?
Time wraiths. Yeah. I really like those actually.
They look quite cool actually. The effects were quite nice.
Yeah, it was kind of like it was a bit like a Dementor, just without the hoods.
Yeah. Speaking of effects, they were mostly pretty good in this episode. There was a couple of moments when the two Flashes were chasing each other where it went really sort of obvious CG for a little bit.
Yeah, and there was one where I think it was when Barry was trying to get back to the future, and it kind of looks like his head was stretched in front of his body
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah.
for like a second, and it was just like that was a bit weird.
Yeah, I almost forgive it a little bit though when he's going to super speak. He's like, well, it's like everything would be warped anyway, so.
Yeah, and I kind of
looks
forgive
funky.
it because it's like, well, this is a TV budget, and for the most part, this still looks pretty fantastic.
Yeah. So no, I don't really have much more to add to be honest. Except Barry at the end is like, "I'm coming for you." He's like proper. It's not just that they're not playing defense anymore. Like Barry's like, "I'm coming for you." He's on the offense now.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
So that's super exciting. I still think there's good Jays though. I think there's one bad Jay, and then the other Jays are innocent victims.
I don't know. There's too many J's to keep track of anymore.
All right, so I think that's everything, isn't it?
Yeah, I think so.